In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, God is one. Amen. On this Monday of the second week of Great Lent, we come worship and pray, O Lord of hosts, have mercy on us. And this beautiful prayer, which is sung over and over, is an ancient prayer reminding us of the power of God which He has over all creation. We sing, O Lord of hosts, in a different way during the liturgy, when we say, Holy Sabaoth. Sabaoth means the hosts, His perfect army, His angels that He summons to defend. And when we recall the passage of Christ and Pontius Pilate says to Christ, "Are you the King of the Jews?" And Jesus said, "You have said so." And Pilate says, "What is this that they bring against you?" And Jesus would not answer. And he said, "Answer me. Don't you know that I have power to crucify you and power to release you?" And Jesus then said to him, "You would have no power over me if it had not been given you from above. All I need is call my Father on his cell phone, and he will send all his angels to fight." But that's not what we're doing here. Come to fight. If he wanted to fight, he would have just done what his father did with Noah and the ark, and just flooded the world and started all over again. A new creation. But his new creation comes in a different way of destruction. He brings us the gospel of instruction. And I always tell people that when you read the Bible and you hear the message of the gospel, God is not condemning. He is not tearing down, but He is building up. And I always, and as I learned from those who, the Bible does not inform you of, it is not an email, it is not a Facebook post, it is not a breaking news item. It does not inform you, it forms you. It is our formation. It is what builds us. It is what creates us. It is what makes us. Not a mother, is not a father, child. Do they not talk to the child? Otherwise, the child is Tarzan in the jungle. You can't say that he's human. We have to build up our children. Beautiful word in English we always, or perhaps not, maybe seldom these days, to rear, to raise. Why do they say, let us raise our children? What do you mean raise? What do you mean? Put them on the roof? What do you mean raise? It means to build, to have them grow. And I remember this from my grandmother when she would have plants in the backyard. She would put in the soil and tie it to the stem of the young plant so that the young plant can grow straight. This for us is instruction. in the soil, in the plant, helps us to grow, it is none other than God's instruction. He to destroy us, He seeks to save us. But He cannot do that without us desiring to be saved. Do that if we do not want to be saved. Because it will be on His terms. It will not be on our terms. It will not be according to our gospel. It will not be according to our way. For He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. It must be. He calls us all to submit to His will. How many times did we hear in this great Compline service, submit to Thy will, for Thou art our God, Thou, blah, blah, blah. How many times did we say, Thy will be done? We repeated the Our Father, the Lord's Prayer. How many times tonight? Submission of that is one of the main steps. It is our answer. It is our response to God's call to raise us. We have to want what He wants. Will be done on earth as it is already done in heaven. For His army of hosts already obey His command. And that we heard, which I refer to many times over, who am I to bless Thee, O Lord, when the angels in heaven bless Thee ceaselessly, non-stop? What am I going to say here when the angels already do it so perfectly? Yet the Lord still calls us, because He created us to be like His angels, to serve, to defend, ready to be instructed and to learn and to do His heavenly will. Second week of Great Lent will help us focus to do His will and not our will, for His will is already done in heaven. May it be so on earth, today and every day, unto ages of ages.